everyone, so today's video is going to be on how to verse assassins as a mid lane mage. So this has been a video that's been requested by a lot of people. So I've actually taken a game, this is a challenger level game, Orianna versus Fizz. The Fizz is challenger and I'm actually playing the Orianna and I'm challenger at the moment, so maybe this may not be as hard when you play it, but this was a very difficult game. So first things first, when I go into a game like this, what I like to look for straight away, jungle matchup. Rek'Sai, if I put the toggle the vision on, Rek'Sai versus Kindred. So first thing you need to understand in this matchup is that Rek'Sai is going to be a lot more active than your Kindred, especially in the early game. So that's something you need to take into account. So um, let's see what I do as this game plays out, and I'll try to explain you the steps that goes through what my thought process is and how you can replicate this in your own games. So first things first. First thing you have to do is build a wave. Step number one. And remember, if you're not sure about how to slow build a wave, I actually have a video on this on my channel. So I'll leave a link in the description below, or you can just click on this thumbnail that I'll put up on the screen now. So what I mean by building a wave is just last hitting here. As you can see, I'm just last hitting. I'm not doing anything special. So the reason I'm doing this is because it will create a big wave in which once I have a big wave stacked up, I can start to poke Fizz under Fizz's tower. So as you can see here, I'm poking Fizz as he walks up whenever I can. And already you can see I've got a lot more minions than him. So Fizz doesn't want to use E. He can't really do much right now. He's just chilling, sitting back. And because I've been using Q on the minions as well, it's going to push faster than usual. I've actually missed quite a few of my Qs, which is just me being bad, but let's see how this plays out. Okay, one thing I want to pause right here and notice. The second condition that you need to meet is you need to lean on the side of your jungler. So notice how I've been looking at the minimap as I've been playing, and I've been seeing that Kindred has done this vertical jungle. So what that means for me is that I should be leaning on the side where my jungler is. I'm just going to assume that Rek'Sai is on the bot side somewhere. Um, but even if Rek'Sai is on the top side, my jungler is going to be here and most likely going to spot out Rek'Sai. So I feel a lot safer if I'm going to lean on to the side to my jungler. So now with this built wave, right, you have a few options. And look at this. Look at the beauty of this. This wave isn't even in tower range yet, so I got this whole next wave coming. So this is going to be a really, really big wave. And this will give me a lot of time to poke Fizz under the tower, and it will also deter Rek'Sai from looking to gank me because I've got this such a huge minion wave, and I'm leaning on the top side of the lane, so he's scared of getting counter-ganked by Kindred as well. So let's see what I do here. I use this big wave, constantly poking. Fizz is too scared to like walk up and CS all of this because again he'll just take a lot of damage. Poking, 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 leaning to my jungler, poking, poking, missing a bit of CS. If we look at the thing, it's already 12 to 4 CS so far. All right, he tries to jump on me, and look at this. He also takes a lot of damage from the minions in return if he wants to do this. So, right now, let's assess what's happened. It's 15 CS to 4 CS. He's low. He's probably going to use another corrupting pot soon. I've only used one corrupting pot. Something to keep in mind. He has TP. He has ignite, and I have TP, which is what I like to do in assassin matchups. And then also, Rek'Sai's ganked bot with 12 CS. So he's got 3 camps, and he's ganked bot. So something I need to be careful of now is I need to be leaning onto the side, my top side of the lane here, so he doesn't feel like he can gank me. What you can also do, if you feel like you can't escape the gank, even if you lean up on the top side of the lane here, I can use this little bit of time while Fizz is CSing under the tower just to duck into vision here and use a ward in the river right here. And I'd probably place it right on this corner here. So let's play this out a little bit more. So look at this, 4 CS to 15. He's used 2 corrupting pots. I've only used 1. And see how look how heavy I'm leaning onto this side. So again, I'm not hard pushing this because if I were to use all my mana on the wave here, if I'm trying to get this in, there's not going to be enough minions that is going to hit the tower for me to poke. And then as well, I don't have any mana to poke him if I do that. So right now, I kind of just want to keep the lane in the middle and look to punish him. And in this specific circumstance, you can learn from my lesson. When you're versing a Rek'Sai, I found out the hard way is that even if I'm leaning this far on the other side of the lane, you're still within kill threat range. I actually thought I was fine because I had the W here. I think if I flash here first, I still survive. Um, but they both flash on me and then I die. But this is the benefit of having TP. I come back, and because Fizz doesn't base, and because he has no CS, he has like pretty much nothing to buy. He only has 600 gold, and he felt like he wanted to get this wave in. Um, I just TP in here, and now again, same thing. I don't. If I were to pause this right here, a few things that I'm thinking about. One, where is the jungler? Well, Rek'Sai was last seen on top side. So what am I going to do? I'm going to lean on the bot side of the lane right now. Second thing, I know that Rek'Sai use flash, so I don't really need to worry about that. And then also, the benefit of leaning on bot side here is that my jungler is on Wolf, so he's in counter gank range if Rek'Sai were to come again. And again, right now, I don't want to let Fizz push out because he hasn't based yet and he has no corrupting pots. So even though he's got a kill, I'm still nearly even gold, and I have now full corrupting pots, and a dark seal and a pink ward. So I'm in a really good spot right now. So my main objective, once you come back to lane and TP when you're versing assassin, is you don't want to let them push out the wave. You want to keep building waves against them, and make them miss as much CS as possible. So let's see how I play this one out. So I'm farming. Again, see how I'm not hard pushing. I want to build a wave, and I'm leaning to bot side. And again, I can just walk away, use a corrupting pot. My jungler's here to counter gank. And again, because they overextended, we have this little fight. And I end up getting a kill off the back end of this. So this is a perfect example of, like I said, the benefit of leaning to the correct side of the lane. The jungler wastes time, and then most likely you can get a nice little counter gank off. And Rek'Sai's just camping this bush, so I kind of push him out. And again, go back to mid lane. And so Fizz, again, he's in a really bad spot. I've got now vision on my bot side. I can keep leaning to bot side. And Fizz just needs to base. So if I press the tab thing here, look at this. Now I see him in reset. I'm not going to let him reset. Remember, like I said before, I don't want to let him reset, so I just stop him at the end of his base and keep pushing. And I don't have to be worried right now because again, I have vision on my bot side. I can just use that as a way to be safe. And I just keep poking under tower with the waves that I'm building. Poke, 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 poke. Keep pushing, because now Fizz just doesn't want to be in lane. So if you look at this right now, it's 32. I'm double his CS. I'm up 300 gold, and I'm probably going to be up a lot of CS because he's going to XP as well because he's going to have to miss a lot when. And look at this actually. Sorry to cut me off there, but because of that ward I had before and my pink ward I placed, Rek'Sai comes back to try and visit me. Again, I try and shoo him away. I know that he doesn't have a red sweeper, so I chuck another ward down. And now I'm like, okay, Fizz is not showing. I'm assuming he's used that time that his jungler bought him to base. So what am I going to do? Straight away, hard push, hard push, hard push. And this is because you want to deny as much CS as possible. I push this out. And now look at this. On my base, he's going to miss all these creeps. If I pause right here, 40 CS to 18. I have a 500, nearly a 500 gold lead on top of him. And I get a really nice base here on nearly 1200 gold. So I'm in a really good spot. And I also have my spellbook just about to come up soonish, which I can swap to a defensive summoner as well. I end up getting an Amp Tomb, Mana Crystal, another Pink Ward, and I just walk back to base. And the beauty of this is that I won't miss any CS because I was able to shove it out, instantly recall, and I'm gonna be back in time as the CS hits my tower. So when I'm coming out of base, I'm not just mindlessly walking to base. I'm thinking a few things. Where could the jungler be? Where's my vision? What side do I want to lean? Where's Fizz now? So I have a choice right now. If I think Fizz is committing to a roam top, I should probably hard push this. I've got two options to punish. If I think he's gonna fully commit top and there's nothing I can do and the wave's too big, there's two things I would either do. Freeze it in this circumstance, I could freeze it and deny Fizz CS because his minions would just kill mine. Or I can use all my mana and hard push the tower to try and get my minions into his tower to deny CS. But I remember I pen up here, I'm like, he's dead anyway, I might as well just keep the freeze. So, factors to consider when freezing, all right, is can the assassin make a roam to a side lane now do we have like the vision to see the assassin if he goes to roam? In this specific circumstance, my top lane is already dead to the jungler, so I don't need to worry about that. I've got vision down, they're getting the scuttle, and bot isn't in a position to get roamed on either. So I remember thinking in this position, I'll just keep the freeze for a while. And so Fizz is just missing more CS. And look at this. Fizz can't even walk up now. He can't unbreak this freeze because he's a melee champion, which is, most assassins are melee champions. So you can just abuse the fact that they can't unfreeze this lane. So he needs his jungler to come, or unless I break it myself. So I remember seeing bot gets a kill, and now again, I didn't feel too worried about Fizz roaming because I have the vision. I can ping him out way in advance, and my bot lane can just play accordingly. So again, I keep the minions here for a little bit. This whole time, I'm just getting a huge XP and CS lead. So at this point, I still got around a 500 gold lead, and I'm completely negating Fizz's effectiveness. This is all given the fact that he got an early kill as well off that early gank. So I'm not only am I preventing him from snowballing, I'm helping my team not die to his roams. So now this wave is going, so I broke the freeze because I didn't want to freeze for too long. Now that my jungler is looking to invade and they're pressuring tower, so I want to kind of exert a little pressure on the map here. So what I do, I instantly ping as soon as he goes out of vision because I'm trying to slow build a wave into Fizz. So if Kindred like backs up, goes to his bot lane, I hard push this. So this is what you need to think about now. When you feel like the assassin is roaming, like I said before, you need to make a choice. Can I freeze in this specific circumstance? No. What's the next best thing? Push it into tower to deny as much CS as possible and make Fizz make a choice. Do I need to come back and collect my wave, or should I go down bot to go for this roam? And in this circumstance, he doesn't feel confident going for the roam, so he comes back to mid. So now, again, it's the same thing. It's rinse and repeat. I built a huge wave. What am I going to do? I've got two options. I can roam to help my team. I can roam into the jungle to get deep vision to see Fizz when he looks to roam. Or I could just sit in mid and poke him under tower. But in this specific circumstance, I don't really feel safe. Fizz might want to all in me with ult, and what I want to do is just get vision so I can see Fizz looking for roams. And also, if they look to go for this gank, Rek'Sai looks to go for this gank bot, I'm ready to respond. One thing to note here is that why am I always going on to bot side toward? Well, um, it seems like Vlad is quite hard for to Fizz to roam to, purely because there's no gank setup from GP, and Vlad can just be a really annoying for Fizz to kill because he can just pull the ult. So I'm using this educated guess to put all my wards on bot side because that's where I think he will look to roam. So again, you generally want to keep your vision to one side, which is just a side little tip there. So again, I get a nice little ward up here, and right now I need to be careful. And the reason being is my jungler is here. I see Rek'Sai around, so all I want to do is just be in XP range and chill a little bit here. Just look to CS. Fizz is getting frustrated, obviously, because I'm not really giving him any way to roam, and I'm not giving him any entryway onto me as well, because again, my wave manipulation is too clean. Um, Yeah, and then look at this. Fizz has just used ult. I'm nearly 30 CS up. I'm again around 500 gold ahead. I've got barrier. He can't really do much because of my spell book. And I'm just completely neutralizing this Fizz. He has no corrupting pots left. And look at that. So, and now again, I can, once I get my blue buff, I can again build a wave and then reset, come back and do the exact same thing, rinse and repeat. So I hope this video really helped. Take your time to go through the video. I'll make sure to leave descriptions of what my thought process was. If this is a video that interests you, feel free to, if you want to see more videos like this, leave a comment below. And again, I can maybe do a few if there's specific matchups you want me to kind of deep dive into. Maybe it's for Zed or versus Echo. Maybe I can sort something out. But I hope this really helped. And if it's something that you're really helped you out, yeah, feel free to even personally message me, and I'll like to talk you through a little bit more if that's what you want as well. So thanks for watching and keep in touch. Bye.